This is the Nikon Z5 Mark II. Hello everybody, my name is Jackson and welcome to a brand new video. I've got a really nice setup going on here with a Z6 Mark III up in the top filming our little gift from Nikon. So Nikon, I reached out to them and I wanted to do an unboxing and spec review of the Nikon Z5 Mark II because I believe this is one of the best entry-level mirrorless cameras that is full frame currently in the market for its value. Let's jump straight into the box and have a look what's inside. So inside the box, you are first greeted with the typical manuals, warranty, and charging/transfer cable. So this USB-C to C is a 10 gigabit cable from Nikon. They use this for charging the device, but also transferring your files. Moving further into the box, we do have the camera itself. Starting in the back here, we have the strap and battery. So that's this guy here. So you get a really nice new Nikon mirrorless strap. Their newer edition, sort of taking on the new branding, the gold with the subtle matte and gloss finishes. So this is a nice full-length strap that you do get in the box. Moving on, then you have your EN-EL15C Nikon battery. Now we're moving on to the camera. So in the camera, you do get it nice and bundled up. Beautiful. And then here we go. So this is the Z5 Mark II body. So it's quite a nice, relatively very light body. This doesn't have a battery in it just yet. That should add a couple of grams extra. Yeah, as you can see, it is roughed up the grips quite a bit, giving you a more texturized look. Still sporting the traditional rear big dial as seen on most of the cameras, except for the Z8 and Z9 has more of a recessed dial like this one here. But here's your aperture, then you got your shutter speed, and then your ISO. You know what, these notches are very clicky. I'll hold it up to the microphone. Very nice. So to run through these specs, this is a full frame stabilized BSI sensor from Nikon. So this is pushing out a neat 25 megapixels. So this is going to be fantastic for anyone doing general photography, but also a lot of low light stuff. So this is a very low light and beginner friendly driven camera. But then you're also getting the little bit of updated specs like the XSpeed 7 processor. So that is from the Z8 and Z9 and can be found in some of the newer cameras like the Z6 III. So in here you have got the new rotating display. So a lot of the Nikon mirrorless only had a tilt display. Unlike the Z8 that has a 4-axis tilt where it doesn't just tilt outwards, it also tilts for portrait mode. But they've changed this along with the newer Z50 Mark II and the Z6 III to be a flip out and rotate screen. Very much like their APS-C lineup in DSLR format. So I quite like this. This is a great addition to their cameras. I find this awesome in video, especially for the Z6 Mark III that I use quite often on a gimbal. So that is an awesome bit. A new feature that this is also running is this little creative control button here. So this is actually like a preset LUT. So you can program the camera in the NX Studio software, which is free by the way, and you can basically put a LUT or color preset for your photos on it. It's very good. So you basically hit that and you can scroll using the front dial or the rear dial or the front dial, depending on how you want to set it up. But it's a fantastic little add-on just for those who want to get a little bit creative with it. So what's really cool, this has 6 customized bank settings, so 3 for photo and 3 for video. Moving on to storage, you have got a beautiful 2 UHS-2 style SD slots. So this is a standard SDXC. So this will not be a CF card, CF Express or whatnot. So it's very easy to buy cards for this. This is also backwards compatible for the UHS-1 series cards. So specs. This, as I said before, is a 25 megapixel BSI CMOS sensor. So this is great in low light conditions with an ISO that goes right up to 6400. So 64,000. With the axis stabilization, you have got a 5-axis inbuilt stabilization along with full weather sealing. So nothing, you don't have to worry about anything getting into your sensor or anything like that with a weather sealed lens. Viewfinder wise, it's got a pretty good viewfinder. It is definitely on the lower end, but still very good. It's 3,690 dots, so pretty good. I believe it's very similar to the Z8, so nothing to complain about there because I have the Z8. It's wonderful. It also has birds, insect, people, planes, vehicles, motorcycle tracking. So it has a lot of tracking modes where you can really dial this camera in and get the perfect shot for whatever you're doing. All right, let's get into the video specs. So this camera does have some impressive video capabilities all built in. So it does record in 4K up to 10-bit recording, which is awesome. It does that in N-Log RAW footage. So you can also film in standard SDR and like your H.264 and 265 recording formats, depending on where you want to go. And you can also film in the sort of high dynamic range HDR modes as well. So it does do 4K 30 at a full frame, so in the full frame, but it also does 4K 60, but that's only at a crop. So it is only a 1.5 crop in, which isn't terrible. It does still give you that 10-bit. But then if you want high-speed footage, you can go down to 1080p and record at 120 frames. So to be honest, very good camera, and I think well worth the money. Let's talk about price. All right, let's talk price. So price, it is coming in around body only at $2,649, only $100 more than its very close rivalry and competitor, the Canon R8. You do get the extra features like the stabilization, weather sealing, and so on. But then you do have 3 kit options. So it does come with 3 separate different lenses in different kit configurations. It has a 24-50 pancake lens, 24-200, and also the 24-70, and I do have one here. So this is Nikon's 24-70 f4 lens. This is a fantastic value for money lens because 1, it is so small, and also 2, it is their S line. So this is your 24-270mm f4 all the way through. Like Sony's G Master and Canon's L series, this is their sharp glass S line. So this lens I have owned previously in my Nikon Z6II, and I thought it was amazing. It was very, very light, very, very small. On the body, it is really, really small. So this would be your ideal kit to take as a videographer / photographer to maintain even lighting and also have a nice small lens to take around with a little bit of variety. So yeah, that wraps up today's video on the Z5 Mark II. I hope you guys really enjoyed this new format of video I am taking here with my trusty Z6 III. Please let me know down in the comments if you actually want to see a more in-depth review in terms of its actual photo taking of this camera. I'd love to do a field test, but since this is all a new thing, I'd like to see what you guys think. Drop a like or a comment down below, let me know what you thought about this video, and consider subscribing if you'd like. And yeah, until next time, I will chat to you all soon. Cheers.